On today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the McFarlane Toys AVP, Alien vs. Predator. We're looking today at the Predator, the Celtic Predator. Whoever wins, we lose. I think the biggest losers are the collectors of these toys. Because unfortunately, I remember when these were at Walmart and they had tons of them. Tons! Of course, Spot didn't buy them when there were tons. Spot decided to buy them after the fact. And if you are like myself who bought them after the fact, you ended up paying a lot of this. Mucho dinero. Down below we got Celtic Predator. We've also got Spawn.com, so if you want to check out any more toys up and coming or the previous lines from McFarlane Toys, you can go to Spawn.com. By the way, on the side is a picture of the Celtic Predator. And on the back, read-up says, Alien vs. Predator in the bowels of Earth, predators and aliens battle for supremacy. There's one sure loser in this epic war, mankind. Based on the blockbuster Alien vs. Predator movie, this line of action figures features incredible film-specific detail, many accessories, and custom bases. Whoever wins, we lose. Of the other figures that make up this set, this wave, we have the Grid Alien, we have a Battle Alien, Elder Predator, Scar Predator, and Celtic Predator. And I'm sure I'm going to mention it at the time that I review this one right here. I'm really surprised. The Elder Predator spent a very little time in this movie. Why they couldn't have given us the three main predators, the three rookie, younger predators that enter the pyramid, instead of giving us the Elder Predator. That's just my preference. I'm sure some people will write down below, well, Spot, the Predator was pretty boring. The Elder Predator, okay, he is interesting enough, but I totally would have gone with just the three predators from the movie, the most of the movie. Well, I shouldn't say most of the movie because some of the predators don't last very long at all. At any rate, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a bit of a break. Luckily, I don't have to open this particular one. I've got another Celtic Predator loose, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at that. So stick around, guys. There's more on the way. Stay tuned. Now, whereas the aliens didn't have very many accessories, the Predators, at least, seem to have an abundance of accessories. We'll first have a look at the display stand that comes with the Predator. You can see there's several skulls scattered in the corner here. Got the flooring going on there as well. There are multiple pegs, leading me to believe that you could connect these with the other display stands. This also, again, comes to us from 2004. Other accessories that come with the Predator. I don't know if you want to just call that a shuriken. It's a Predator shuriken. The one thing I have to mention though is all of these accessories, especially now, because they've gotten older, all these accessories are very fragile. If you are buying these loose, I would say definitely check some of the accessories to make sure that none of them are broken. Speaking of not being broken, he also does come with a plasma cannon. The cannon is shoulder-mounted cannon. Quite substantially large, unlike some of the earlier Predators. Normally, this piece right here would be on the back, right at that point here. Now, unfortunately, there is a very small piece of plastic that has these two connected. Now, that unfortunately has broken off. But just to kind of give you guys an idea, this piece right here would be set here, and then you could just adjust it up. I kind of think it's incredibly large, though. A little too large. And I'm not necessarily just talking about the cannon itself, but the neck and everything else seems very substantially large. Kind of overkill, if you ask me. Haha, speaking of overkill, you'll also notice that the Celtic Predator has these substantially large blades. These large blades running off of his gauntlet. Now, all the Predators from this line came with these. From what I remember, It's been a while since I've seen AVP. From what I remember, these blades were not in the movie. This was just McFarlane adding extra things to his figures. I kind of think these are a little silly. I wouldn't say break off anything. I mean, I don't want to say break off something and somebody back at their place watching this video says, "Oh, Spot told me to break," and they breaks it off, and then his parents come in and ask why he's been breaking his toys. But I think these are kind of overkill. I would just remove these altogether. That's what I would do. The Predator also has his arm blades, which don't come out. They aren't movable or anything like that. But at least those make some sense. These, on the other hand, not so much. At any rate, though, the Celtic Predator, by far, is my favorite Predator of the movie. I just really like the design of his mask. Here, we'll move the blade out of the way. I really like the design of his mask. It's just a really awesome design. Of course, with any other Predator, he's got a necklace of skulls going on there. I like the design of the Predators from that movie, just because they've got this really new armor. You know, they've got these new helmets kind of thing. You can clearly see that they have not had a lot of, actual hunt time, as it were. That this is all they've all got new equipment, new armor going on. I really like that. I like that quite a bit. Speaking of which, you can see all the detail work that they've put in the shin guards, in the arm guards as well. You can see that it looks like it's actually been hammered out metal. This piece almost looks like it's supposed to open, but it doesn't. From what I can tell, it's just a added on piece, which is all right. It's not too big of a deal. And on the back, of course, that is where his cannon would be, on the side there. He's also got, he's also got the spear. It doesn't look as if it comes off. If it does, it is only mildly glued on there. I'm just gonna leave it as is. Oh, and also, before somebody comments down below, the one other accessory that the Predators all come with is a sheathed sword, like a little dagger going on there. You can just take it and put it in his holster down by his leg there. Yeah, definitely this is my favorite Predator. This is definitely one of my favorites. In the way of his articulation, the Predator has a swivel, or actually, you know what? It's a ball-jointed head. I was about to say it was a swivel, but it's definitely a ball-jointed head. He has a pin and socket shoulder. Now, I can move the arms out. I can't seem to move them back and forth too much. As you can see, there is a swivel in the bicep. There is no bend in the elbow, but it does look like there is a swivel in the elbow, right there. There is a swivel in the wrist. There is a swivel in the waist. There also looks to be, if I can get it to go there, there also looks to be a joint right in the upper torso section where you can move the torso back and forth. You can see right there, there is definitely an indication that this is a piece that's been slotted in. Definitely, though, a waist swivel. The legs are on a pin and socket, so you can move them back and forth. You can move them in and out. There's a bend at the knee. And finally, there is a swivel in the foot. Unfortunately, let me just move the camera up here. There we go. Unfortunately, I find my Predator, the loose Predator here, has gotten, well, exactly what I just said. He's gotten quite loose. He's really loose in the legs, and he's really loose in the upper arm here, which unfortunately is the problem that any figure is plagued with when you take him out of package, that sooner or later it is definitely going to get loose. Despite this just nonsense extra blades going on here, the Celtic Predator is still by far my favorite, and I'm going to give it an 8. Not the best of articulation. It could be a little better detailed, but well, gosh darn it, I am a sucker for Celtic Predator. Today's Toy Spot, though, we're having a look at the AVP Series 1 figures from McFarlane Toys. We're looking today at Spot's favorite, the Celtic Predator. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. Let me know down below what you guys think of this figure, and you know what, even let me know what kind of rating you would give this particular figure. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up here, and I'll see you guys next time.